Smile here, and I wanted to come really fast while the baby is still asleep somehow and go over our About Face collection. It is phenomenal. Anyways, it's a $35 savings. It bundles together at $150. You get our famous liquid foundation. You get shade of choice. You get a concealer, the Skin Perfecting Concealer, shade of choice. You get our primer. Gotta start with primer. And it actually comes in a really pretty black bottle now, but same ingredients. I still have some left, so I like to be resourceful. You also get the magical setting powder and the beautiful cream luminizer in your shade of choice. So you're gonna see me put it all to use, and it comes with a free makeup bag. That's crazy, right? So I'm gonna start with our primer, and you just use a tiny amount, not even a dime size amount, and you put it all over your skin. And what it does is it seals off the fine lines, pores, and wrinkles. Alright, so then I like to let it sit for about 1 to 3 minutes before I apply my foundation. Alright, so I'll be using our powder concealer brush. It's brand new. And reason being is because this brush can be used for every single product in this collection. So it is a perfect staple to add to this. So I'm using our liquid foundation in the shade Taffeta. You want to drop all of the product back into the bottle, shake it up for any separation, and then I just take a few drops and I drop it on the powder end of this brush. And it doesn't take much of this product, okay? And then I just polka dot it around my face and watch the magic happen. So I like to say that this collection is like the flawless face collection. Probably why they call it About Face, but that doesn't give it enough love. I mean, you're going to be like glowing and having the perfect flawless skin and coverage. And the beauty of this foundation, y'all, it has Juvenescence in it that helps with anti-aging and the elasticity of your skin. Plus, it dries to a semi-matte powder finish. And it's buildable. So you just saw all my redness go away. But say I want a little bit more coverage, I can let it sit there for a minute, put another couple drops, and go over it. And it doesn't feel heavy or cakey. That's amazing. Plus, it's time-released, so it looks better as it sits all day. Another staple to this collection, especially if you're oily like me, I love throwing in our Pressed Touch powder. And once again, you can use the same brush with it. Next in this collection is a Skin Perfecting Concealer shade of choice. So after you've applied your foundation, it's actually ideal to apply your concealer next. Because if you apply your concealer first, sometimes you chance smearing it, right? So if you need to cover a blemish, which I'm thankful that our skincare has helped me not have blemishes, because that is not attractive, right? You would use a concealer the same shade of your foundation. But I'm going to be using a shade lighter in Velour for under eye highlight. And a little bit goes a long way for this product, thankfully. So I like to put a little bit on my ring finger, rub my ring fingers together, and then I apply right under my eye, downward into a triangular shape. You don't want to just accent right under your eye. If you struggle with dark circles above your eye, you can put the concealer on top of your eye as well. So then, I rubbed it on. I'm going to come in with that same brush, but on the concealer end, and just really smooth it out evenly. Another way to apply this, ooh, I hear the baby, is you can put concealer on the back of your hand, and then just dip your brush and rub it on. Alright, now for this awesome setting powder. So, how I like to use it is I like to bake my face. I love baking cookies, but baking my face is almost just as fun, and it's calorie-free. So what you do is you get your translucent Behold setting powder, you get the same brush, and you see there's like a little mesh thing in there? You just tap your brush in there, and this is just when you're baking your face. You go over any areas, you want a lot on your brush, you go over any areas that you have highlighted. So you just pack it on, and you want it to look really chalky. Because you're going to let it sit there while you finish the rest of your face, so it bakes, and it seals off any fine lines, any wrinkles. Your makeup will now look flawless and sit on top of it instead of down in the creases. Alright, so while I'm baking, I have officially finished my face. I used our 3D Plus Gel Only. Isn't it gorgeous? I used our Brow Gel Only for that subtle color and fill-in. And I used my newest Obsession Flippy Lip Gloss. So now I'm going to come back in with that same brush, and I'm just going to brush off where I use that excess setting powder while I baked. And now, if you get super close, you can notice that none of my makeup has set into any smile lines or wrinkles. You can also use this all over your face to set any kind of makeup. Lastly, you get a luminizer of choice, and the cream luminizer. This is huge, and you use such a tiny amount. I have a feeling this is a forever product. It's good for a year. shelf life, but I guarantee it lasts longer. Okay, so all I do is I'm using the shade Iridescent, which is the lightest shade. Every shade can be used on every skin tone, but the darker shades are probably used for different things than highlighting on lighter skins. But this can be used on every skin type. It's the lightest shade, it's iridescent, and you just get a little tiny drop. And I like to use my ring finger again, and then I just come right on my cheekbone, and I dab it on, and rub it in. And this gives me a beautiful cheeky glow. Same thing on this side. So I'm not really a righty, so doing anything with my right hand's kind of sometimes awkward. But look at that pretty iridescent glow. No need for blush or anything. Alright, so here is the best thing about this collection. Not only do you get these 5 phenomenal full face products. I need bigger hands. Look at this. You get a free makeup bag. You get free shipping. And in May, message me and I can place it under your personal account. You get a half off coupon in return, and you get at least $30 in YCash back into your account for future orders. Do you understand how much free that is and how much savings it is? Holy moly, sign me up. All right, I'm going to get the baby.